I'm back to do my second interview with Beanie G straight out of London, UK, the United Kingdom. So yeah, I'm going to run through tune, the artist tune. Don't call me, man. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Good night, folks. I'm back to do my second interview with Beanie G straight out of the UK. The artist is on the live right now, but I'm just waiting for the live to build up for about 1 minute, and then I'll call the artist. Yeah, that's about it. You want to listen to the artist tune with it. And let me just jump to the other song real quick so show you what the artists are doing. Dance a girl make me bust this rhyme. And no gully but me have to say a pumping time. Girl your body spectacular. Man I prove you choose scope and better killer. Now bite you now say me and the Dracula. Come here girl I love make you happy. Watch a girl wind up and climb on the body and move your waistline. Love how you shake it a little and back it up and jiggle invertebrate chin on a spine. Get girl wind up and climb on the body and move your waistline. Love how you shake it a little and back it up and jiggle invertebrate chin on a spine. Just a run to the artist. I'm going to interview real quick. This one, two, two, and I'm going to do it. Wicked girl try slander my name, try to put out my brain, but prayers and fasting are the remedy. Another street and them, rifle like a pan, it a beat from them. I want you know that leave from them. I'm going to go ahead and ask the artist from them. The live to the artist. Is that a venue because he's got a party to do, a show to do? So yeah. Equalizer, I just you're on the live too. Blessing. Good night, Beanie G. Straight out of the UK, up in the building. You reach the venue, safe door.
Good night, Brenda. I've reached.
Good night.
I've reached. I'm outside. I'm parked up, and I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
How are you? How you doing?
I'm good, you know. I have no complaints. I'm good. We're going to keep it short and sweet. As you know, I have an interview with Jamaican to do in exactly 20 minutes. So we just going to run to the question with you real quick and make you go back to your show too, because obviously you got your thing you got to do. So, yeah.
That's all right. No problem. Take your time. But I know you got another interview afterwards, but that's fine. But yeah, no problem. But take your time.
Time is everything. Time is everything. Don't never forget that.
Yeah,
if you got a specific time, work with your time. There is it.
Yeah,
if you can make your time. Because me as a person, I hate being late for stuff. So I'm always on time. If you tell me to be ready at 2, I'm ready at exactly 15 minutes to 2, ready and waiting. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Real professional.
We're just going to go ahead and ask these questions real quick because, like I said, I don't want to be late for my other artists either. So, yeah. So, people, this is Beanie G straight out of England. How about you go ahead and introduce yourself to my fans, my followers that don't know you, of course, here in Europe. Just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. Well, people, I go by the name Beanie G. Yeah. I'm a dancehall artist. I'm a dancehall reggae artist based in the UK, in London at the moment. Yeah. And I see myself as an ambassador where reggae and dancehall is concerned. You know what I mean? I grew up obviously in Jamaica, born and raised in East Kingston, Jamaica. Migrated to UK when I was about 14, 15. Then I left here and I went to the Middle East, a country called the UAE. Yeah, where I lived in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi for 4 years. Yeah. Yeah. I lived out there for 4 years. I speak Arabic as well, read and write Arabic, speak Arabic. Yeah, came back to the UK in 2010. You know what I mean? Came back, completed my university, went to University of Middlesex, graduated. I've got a degree in music and arts management. And from then, literally been doing music on a professional level since I would say 2010, but it's got real serious on a level where, you know, I'm doing an interview now with NetJam in 2015, I would say. The last 5-6 years was when things really picked up on that professional level, you know what I mean, which I can expound on a bit more further in the interview. But that's pretty much me in a nutshell, man. Jamaican ambassador, dancehall ambassador, living in UK.
So you're a versatile person, not even a versatile artist, but a versatile person. So let me ask you about Arabic something they know. Were you in the army? Were you in the army?
Let me just bring the phone closer, because it's kind of dark. No, I wasn't in the army. But what happened was, like, all right, let me tell you what going on. So obviously, with me relocating from Jamaica to UK, I was a child in it. So obviously, my mom came here. My mom is a teacher. And you know it go already from Jamaica. People migrate overseas for a better life, right? For them family and for them children and so forth. So, you know what I mean? I'm originally from East Kingston, community of Dunkirk. You know, Dunkirk are not really no friendly place. You see what I'm saying? So, we grew up in really what they would say hostile environment or garrison community. Mom get the opportunity for to England, she sent for me. They are England now, and during them time they are teenager. We kind of get myself in some little problem still, like, you know what I mean? You know, it go teenage boy, we don't have a father figure around where or whatever. So mom said, all right, then what you know, I send you back to Jamaica to your father. My father now used to work with Air Jamaica. So my father now end up get a contract with a company named Etihad Airways. You see me? Them, you know Manchester City Football Club? Yeah, the same people who own Manchester City and them own Etihad Airways. So long story short, him end up now, move to the Middle East, and through my mother had a plan to send me back to him at Jamaica, and so me end up over in Abu Dhabi. You see? So, yeah, that's how that happens. All random, but, you know, God make everything happen for a reason, right?
What do you mean? No, me myself, I speak 5 different languages myself because I grew up here in Holland. Right. And as you know, our main language is Dutch.
Right,
and then school, you obviously learn to speak other language within your subjects. And of course, you have friends that come from different countries, so you also learn that language. So as comes, I actually speak 5 different languages myself, which I am very happy that I do, because it does come in handy when you go to certain places or go to certain party when at least you understand what people are saying. Definitely. So let me just jump in this question right quick, because you don't know how the situation going on. That's why I'm
One second, Brenda. You can hear me properly? You can hear me?
I'm hearing you super clear.
All right, cool. No worries. I've got you connected to the car speaker, so I just wanted to check. All right, cool.
My first question would be, what makes you want to become an artist and why?
Well, what makes me want to become an artist? Well, I'm already an artist.
You're already an artist, exactly.
Yeah. But in terms of what made me decide to be an artist, I think, truthfully, I was born an artist, man, because, like, my mom, like, she was an aspiring artist when she was much younger. Yeah? She used to sing on the church choir, and she told me that even at a younger age, she used to be going around the studios in Kingston and so forth. But I think, in all fairness, she was a bit discouraged by my grandma, because at that time, like, music wasn't really seen as like a career. Music was more, you know, aligned with, like, how do you put it then? It wasn't seen as like a stable income, a stable means of how one can make a living.
Yes.
Exactly. So
we don't know back then if you had a church background. If you're not singing a church Christian song, anything else after that are rubbish for your parents then.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So grandma kind of talk her out of that. Obviously, you know what I mean? She pursued in the footsteps of my grandmother, which was to become a teacher, because my grandmother is a retired teacher as well. You know what I mean? My father, he also, strangely enough, was an aspired artist as well. He used to be part of a band. He used to sing, go around and perform in schools and all of them something. But again, the church background coming in because my grandparents from my father's side are then Christians, and the band that he was in, there was lots of rastas around them, and grandfather never wanted that. You see it? So him end up following in a film father footsteps, which is become a soldier. So me now, being the offspring of mother and father who was aspiring artists, like I said, it's like me just naturally born with the music, inclinage there, if that makes sense. You see me? So
Yeah,
from a
it's in
younger
your
age,
blood, it's in your nature. Get
exactly,
it, get
exactly.
it.
So
Okay.
yeah.
My next question to you would be, what is your main inspiration within your peers, your genre, your music?
As in, who is my main inspiration?
Yeah,
As in artist, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
And it don't have to be a Jamaican artist. It could be
all
a
right,
artist.
all right. Well, to be honest, my biggest influence overall, like my favorite artist in general, by genres, is Tupac Shakur. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, Tupac Shakur. I'm the biggest Tupac fan probably there is. You get me? Like, I think he's intelligent. I think
yes,
he's
he
got
was.
swagger. I
He
think
was.
he's a versatile artist. Yeah, in
Yes.
terms of the topics that he delivered, and obviously, his life was cut short due to violent nature. But at the same time, I think if that hadn't happened, he would have morphed into something so big and so
Lovely.
enigmatic that,
Yes, he
what I
would.
mean, we
He
couldn't even
would.
fathom what he would have morphed into. So Tupac is really a big icon for me overall. But if you're asking me in terms of like Jamaican music, then obviously, I'd look to people like obviously Bob Marley. He's the most
Definitely.
iconic artist there is ever from Jamaica, right? I mean, nobody no bigger than Bob yet. You see me? And in terms of dancehall itself, obviously the likes of, I mean, I've got a piece of his name in my name, so obviously Beanie Man, you know what I mean? One of the greatest performers ever. You know what I mean? You have Vibes Cartel, you have Mavada, you have Idonia lyrically. You have what if them
Yeah.
I look up to, man. You know what I mean? But Tupac really is
Tupac
he's
is
the
the number
apex.
one.
He's the
All
apex for
right.
me. Yeah.
Okay. What is one message that you would give to one of your fans, or one of your peers, upcoming artists within the business? What advice would you give to them at this point, short and sweet?
What advice would I give to one of my peers right now?
One of your peers right now.
Well, just keep believe in your craft, yeah, and believe in your craft, believe in yourself, and keep on working. Not just hard, but working smart. Networking as well, very important.
And how would you describe your followers, your fan? How would you describe them? Are they loyal, rowdy, loyal? How would you describe them?
Now, man, big up my followers, man, and big up my supporters. I don't even call them fans. Them are supporters, you see me? Because we're at the grassroots level right
I
now, and since
hate
some of
that
them,
word, fans and followers. Oof,
yeah,
I
yeah,
hate
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
Some of them
because
up on
it's
the
a
line
part
right
of
now.
the, yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
but
got
how I
it.
would describe them, I mean, there's not one word I can use to describe them, man. I mean, a lot of them, to be honest, I haven't really even met in person because, we've been in the global pandemic. So I've been using social media a lot to network and get myself out there. So many
Yeah,
of them is just on IG that we interact. You know what I mean? You have people like, for example, Learning that's on the live right now. You have people like Energetic, Exotic Beauty. These people are people that support me. You know what I mean? They holler me on a daily basis, if not every other day. They check up on me. They share my music. They get me.
yes,
They help to expound on my brand. You know what I mean? They hook me up
yeah,
with
yeah,
different
yeah.
DJs. Hook me up with produce. That's what I'm saying. They're not fans. They're supporters. So
Your
mine,
supporters,
yeah,
and you couldn't have give it a better name. I'm gonna stop call my supporters fans and followers because I hate the word. But yeah, you gave me a right your word to use, supporters.
yeah. No, definitely.
Definitely. Okay. Do you write your own sounds?
Yeah, definitely. Everything that BDG sings is written or was created in my brain. Because sometimes I don't write, sometimes I miss. But I would say I'm a prolific writer as well. Like if it comes to it, I put pen to paper or I use the notepad in my phone and I ink my thoughts.
Definitely, definitely. Did your style evolve since you became an artist? Since you became make this your career out? Have you evolved in the person that you want to be and beyond, of course, because you can never stop evolving.
Yeah, definitely. Because the name Beanie G really was birthed at age 13. And I'm in like my late 20s right now. You know what I mean? So obviously I've grown not only in age but also in wisdom and in experience since 13 until 20s. So definitely, I would say that I've grown up, evolved in topics that I sing about in my lyrical capacity, my lyrical content. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I've grown on all aspects, not just in height.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let me ask you this, and maybe the word competitor is not the right word to use, but that's the word that I've written down.
Okay.
Who do you see yourself as somebody that you would want out? And the word again, competing is such a wrong word. Which artist right now, whether it's an upcoming artist or an artist that's been in the business, and it don't have to be a reggae or dancehall artist, it can also be overseas, R&B, rap, hip hop. It doesn't matter. Which artist would you want to see yourself going neck and neck with?
To be honest, to answer that question, Brenda, I don't really see myself going neck and neck with any artist. I'll say my main competition is myself. You know what I mean? I look
Yeah,
at the reflection in the mirror,
good answer.
and
Good
every day I want
answer.
to do better than how I was yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yep. There you
Yeah,
go. Never
definitely.
give me a better answer. Thank you very much.
No
Um,
problem. No problem.
would you agree that it's very important to learn and study your craft, whether it's the 80s, the 90s, because we don't know, so the 80s and the 90s dancehall music is that genre is the best. In the
Yeah.
early 2000s, and to me, the rest that comes after that, yeah, you can find some good music in between, but some of them is straight up rubbish. But do you think it's very important to learn and study your craft as a musician and know the history of your background of your genre that you're in?
Yeah, man. Definitely, it's 100% important. Because I'm someone that I would consider myself a Garveyite, so to speak. And one of Garvey's rules, or one of his gems, was a people without a knowledge of their past history and culture is like a tree without a root. So you can apply that to anything. So in this instance, it would be music. So how can I be doing dancehall music and I don't understand where the music is coming from? So yes, I was born in the 90s, yeah, but at the same time, dancehall music was something that I think it was birthed in the late 70s, if I'm not mistaken. So one would
Yeah.
have to go back and listen to like some Yellowman, listen to some Prince Buster, you know what I mean, and some Derrick
Yeah.
Morgan, and really understand where the music is traveling from, so till it reach you know what I mean, the Red Dragon and the Ninja Man them era, and the Papatan and
Yes.
Stitchy era, so till it reach Shabba Ranks and you know what I mean, Tupac Cat, so till it bubble up Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, so till it reach Mavado, Vibes Cartel, till they will pass it there right now, which are my generation, you know what I mean? So history is very, very
Yeah.
important.
It is most definitely. Somebody sending me a request to join the live, but people, I do not have other people while I'm doing an interview because it can be very distracting, not to me, but only to the artist, unless the artist require somebody else joining the live. But normally, I do not have other people while I am doing an interview because it's not about you, it's about the artist, unless the artist require that. So I'm sorry that I cannot add you to the live right now. So yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
My next question to you would be, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years, and how far do you think you can go?
Okay, so in the next 5 to 10 years, wow, that's a big question. You know what I mean? Someone asked me that question like about 8 years ago, and I said something, and then when I look back at the interview, I was like, wow. So I have to make sure I answer the question properly. You see me? So, all right, Brenda, let me tell you something, yeah? You see me, how I look at this decade that we're in right now, I look at this decade as in the one that started 2020, yeah? So we're one
Yeah,
year into the decade, yeah? This
yeah,
is the decade that me being from the generation that I'm from, I have to make my mark in these 10 years. That
yes,
there and 1 year done gone already, 2020. I will still go on in our way with Corona, right? So
yeah,
in the next 10 years from now, if we God spare our lives, and we have this interview in a 2031, you should be looking at like a dancehall legend. You should be looking at someone that's got a stable career in dancehall, someone that's made an impact, someone that's made an influence, that's
yes.
inspired others. Yeah, someone who have a catalog that's vast. Yeah, not just the girl song them, big up the girl them though. You see, but different kind of songs that can educate and that can inspire others. That's what I
Others,
would
yeah.
say. 10 years time from now, I'm looking to be like, you know what I mean, a dancehall legend. and make my genre proud.
Cool, my man. That's the best answer you could ever give me. It's exactly 11 o'clock for me here in Ireland, which
Right.
is 10 o'clock for you.
Yeah.
The interview was short and sweet. You like execute every question I ask you. I like it. I love it. We'll definitely have a conversation as soon as I finish all my interview.
No problem.
Not tonight because I know you got your show to do, but hit me up tomorrow. I will hit you up, and
Right.
we could go ahead and you just send me some paperwork for me to do the promo
Okay.
over on my platform, and just keep it going, man. Because as far as I understand, yesterday on the news, them said within a month time we're supposed to can go and do some show and some concerts. So yeah,
Definitely.
let's
I'm
hopefully we
looking to
can
come
do
to
some
your-
bookings.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
I'm looking to come to your side in Netherlands soon, so I'll hit you up.
No, man, I want to be the first person to do get a booking with you to do some club appearances, so
No
people
problem.
don't book in before me. Okay. All right.
No problem.
BDG, I just want to say, yeah.
I was about to say, before I go, I don't think I said this before because obviously, you know what I mean, it was a little bit delayed from my side. But I want to thank you for having me on your program.
Most
Thank you for,
definitely.
even with the delay, you're still, you know what I mean, very professional.
No
You still
problem.
managed to get me in. You know what I mean? And people, big up all my supporters that's on right now. Big up on the service. It should have been a little bit longer, but it was delayed from my side because I was driving to the Magnum Friday event. People in England don't know what I'm going. Clear traffic, but Brenda still had me on, so enough respect. And
Yeah. I explained to them that you was running late, but I still was going to get you in regardless before I have to do the interview with John Mason. That's going to be on in about it's exactly 11 o'clock, and he's supposed to go on at 11, which is 4 in Jamaica. But I sent him a voice note earlier that I'm probably going to be 5 minutes late, which is not a big thing. So I just want to thank you for being on my platform. Thank you for doing the interview with Jam 2021. And you could just go ahead and tell my followers on what platform they can find you and reach you. And people go ahead and follow the artists, and enough love and for everybody that's on the live. Thank you very much for being here. And for the people that's here every Saturday, thank you for being loyal. Thank you for keeping up with me. And my next interview after being a G will be with John Mason. So I just want to say again, thank you very much. So you can just go ahead and close the platform.
Yeah, man, respect again, Brenda, and respect to the whole Net Jam team as well. And yeah, people, if you want to follow me or keep in touch with my musical journey, you can follow me at Beanie G. I think it's at the top here. It's BEENIEG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We always have it on the merchandise as well. It's not that far. And yeah, I mean, Facebook, it's Beanie G. Snapchat, it's Beanie G1. TikTok, Beanie G official. I think if you just Google Beanie G, BEENIEG, it will come up. Exactly.
Yes.
And I'm on all the major music platforms as well. And look out for my EP. I've got an EP dropping. It's meant to be the 31st of July, which is my birthday. It may be a bit delayed due to mastering purposes, but listen, it's going to be coming soon. It's called Rise of the Black Lion King. Different kind of concept, different kind of music. And I'm going to love it. Brenda, I'm going to send it to you once it's out.
Send it to me so I could promote the hell out of it. You don't know the thing, but again, Beanie G, it's a blessing to have you on my platform. Thank you very much. I'm going to let you go.
Thank you.
So you could go do your thing in your event, and I got to go because I got Jamaican.
All right, no problem. Respect.
I don't want to
Stay tuned to her. Watch the Jamaican interview if you're available. Support.
Yeah, man. I'll be back in about 2 more minutes. I just want to wrap this up, get myself back together, and get ready for Jamaican to do the interview with that. So, Beanie G, be safe when you're going back home. Bless up yourself, and I'll hit you up back later.
Bless you.
Yeah?
All right, take care. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.